Hey guys, it's me. I'm back again. I am in Rome right now and I wanted to do a video. This video is about the time that I was in London and I was doing a 3.5 day dry fast there. And what happened was, this was back in June. I think I was doing a 3.5 day dry fast. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because something really unusual happened to me. I was on my third day. By the way, I wanted to let you guys know the parks in London are just so beautiful. So this was my third day of my dry fast. And I thought, you know what, why don't I go down to the park and just kind of lie down in the grass and connect with Earth and Mother Nature. So I took my shawl and I kind of went down to the park and I put the shawl down on the grass and I laid down. And for some reason, there was a lot of emotions inside of me and a lot of energy. And so I was crying and didn't know why I was crying, but it must have been some pent up energy inside of me, some emotions that needed to be released. So I was kind of, lying down on my stomach and I kind of turned my head one way because there's a bunch of people on this side and I didn't really want them to see me crying. So I just kind of turned my head one way. And then once that area was clear, then I turned my head the other way. And then the most unusual thing happened to me. The most loving, sweet energy came to me in this voice, in this whisper kind of thing. And it said to me, in the most kind and loving and supportive way, said, you should come and visit us more often. And at that time, I was looking at the tree and I was like, did that tree just speak to me that I should come and visit them more often? Then I looked and I was like, who's them? And then there was that one tree and it was the most majestic tree. It's probably been there for hundreds of years. And then I look a little bit ahead and there's another tree. And I'm like, oh my God, this tree is telling me that I should come visit them more often. And of course, I know this sounds strange, and it would have sounded strange to me because I have heard of people communicating with trees, and they say the trees are very loving and kind. And I always thought it was a bit weird, like how do you communicate with trees, and how do you know they're communicating with you? How do you know it's just not your own voice that's speaking to you in your head, and all that kind of stuff. But I have to tell you, this experience has changed my whole perspective because how do I know it's not my own voice communicating with me? Because the energy that came to me is not my own energy. It's not an energy that I'm familiar with. It was just the most kind and loving, sweet energy that just kind of said, we should come and visit us more often. And like at that time I was in tears. And when it said that, I was like even in more tears. I'm like, oh my God, how loving is this tree? And I know it sounds weird, but the tree did communicate with me and it did tell me that. And I know there's a part of me, because that old part of me is like, that's ridiculous. I mean, what do you mean trees communicate with you? So that part of me is still there. So as I'm telling you guys, I'm feeling kind of almost silly saying that the tree communicated with me, but it did. And it spoke to me. And so I don't know what else to say. But I guess as I go on this path, I'll be having more communication with nature. And so I tried. I mean, after that incident, I was like walking down the street. I was like, okay, the trees are communicating with me. Let's see if this tree wants to communicate with me. And so I tried. I would like look at the tree and say, okay, do you have something to say? And the tree didn't have anything to say. So anyways, it only happened once that this particular tree communicated with me. And so maybe as in the future, more of these communications might happen. But this was my first time and I was completely blown away. And I do want to let you guys know that yes, trees do communicate with us, and it did communicate with me, and it is the most loving and gentle, sweet energy with which they communicate with. So anyways, I wanted to let you guys know about that, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.